I've tried everything, but she just wouldn't go into school.
The UK government wanted to introduce a scheme that encouraged young people to stay in learning.
I was on the verge of dropping out.
In fact, it was noticed that about 9% of 16 to 19-year-olds were not in either education, employment or training.
I knew that part of the problem had to be financial.
My parents spent a lot of money just to keep me in school.
It costs a lot of money these days to be a teenager. There's clothes and gadgets and stuff that they all need. I couldn't give her all these things.
I knew in any case they couldn't keep me in school or college for long, so why bother at all?
Basically, the idea was to create this smart card, the Connexions card. A student would attend class, the teacher would swipe the card, the student would then get a certain number of points as a reward.
It is a scheme that is designed to encourage young people to stay in education.
He or she could then redeem those points for discounts on trains, buses, clothes, gadgets, cinema tickets, a whole bunch of things.
I thought it was a pretty neat deal. It felt like someone was actually helping me to stay in school.
The student would then want to stay in school, in theory.
It was like, okay, we want to spend more time in school. And if you weren't spending that time, we'd recognise you'd be doing some odd job, earning some money to pay for your transport costs, your entertainment costs, your clothing costs and stuff. So if you spend your time in school, we'll make sure you don't have to spend all that time earning much money. It makes sense and I like it.
We chose Mastek primarily because we worked with Mastek on a number of projects in the past, and they'd always delivered to time and to quality. We went through an extensive exercise when we were bidding for the Connexions card contract. We looked at a number of other suppliers. At the end of the day, Mastek won because they had the most innovative solution for the most competitive price. When the card is rolled out nationally, we will involve nearly 6,000 schools and colleges and up to 1.8 million young people in any 1 year. Over the life of the contract, which is 7 years, we're expecting somewhere around 7 to 8 million young people to pass through the system.
The project involved collecting data from over 1,000 schools all over Britain.
It had to be resilient and secure, obviously because of giving access to young people.
We were looking at a huge database of 1 million users all over the UK.
Also, the solution had a portal into it rather than web was something that Capita had done before.
There were many stakeholders, both from the government side and private sector as well.
And the integration of the application with over 100 partner applications.
You had the schools.
Also, the technical solution involved a product, a middleware product called iPlanet.
DFES, that's Department for Education.
Basically, we needed complex interfaces to third-party systems and software.
Department of Culture and the DETR, which is the Department of Environment, Trade and the Regions.
And all this had to be put into place in just 5 months.
From a software point of view, the project performed extremely well.
My attendance definitely went up, and my bills came down. The more I attended, the less I spent.
We were very happy with the way Mastek handled the project. It was a particularly complex project. They delivered the software to a high standard, to a quality that we asked of them, and always to time.
I think this allows me to look forward to my future, while helping me worry less about my present.
She's going to school now. She actually jumps out of bed, and it's all because of that card.
I think Mastek brings to the table a company that is true to its word. If it says it will deliver software at a particular time, it always does, and it always delivers to price, to good quality.
I'm so happy. My girl has a future ahead of her now.